Revealed the best EVs with the longest range. Are you tired of constantly worrying about running out of battery on your road trips? What if we told you that some EVs offer an incredible range that could change how you think about long-distance driving? In this video, we're revealing the top EVs with the longest range vehicles that can go the distance and keep you charging less often. Curious to find out which EV is leading the charge when it comes to range? Stay tuned to discover the best electric cars that offer the freedom to travel farther than ever before. Lucid Air. If you break this list down by trim level, the Lucid Air comes in at number 3. The top one goes to an Air Grand Touring with 819 horsepower that we tested in 2022. However, the less expensive pure trim might be more your style if the Grand Touring's $112,400 price tag is a little too high for your means. Despite being only 100 miles shorter than the Grand Tourings, the 310-mile real-world range of the all-wheel drive, 480 horsepower Air Pure is nothing to laugh at. However, Lucid no longer sells the Pure with all-wheel drive. Instead, only the 430 horsepower rear-drive version of the 10 best-winning 2024 Air Pure is available. Though it shared a 92.0 kilowatt-hour battery pack with the dual-motor all-wheel drive Pure from the previous year, the 2022 Air Grand Touring, on the other hand, had a 112.0 kilowatt-hour unit. The $78,900 single-motor Air Pure only managed to reach a range of 300 miles. Chevrolet Silverado EV. While Ford may have outperformed Chevy in the full-size electric pickup market, the Bowtie brand currently has the upper hand in the competition for maximum driving range. In our real-world highway test, the less boxy Chevy, which was outfitted with the same 205.0 kilowatt-hour battery pack as the GMC Hummer EV truck, was able to extract 400 miles of driving range from that pack. Even better is the fact that it charges quickly. When we charge the 754 horsepower dual-motor, all-wheel drive RST model's battery from 10 to 90%, it averaged 198 kilowatts of charging speed. Naturally, fast is relative, and even with its rapid charging, it took the Chevy 58 minutes to charge from 10 to 90%. Mercedes-Benz EQS. Look no farther than the EQS 450 Plus if you're looking for a Mercedes EV with maximum range. We managed to get 400 miles of driving range out of the base rear-drive EQS 450 Plus back in 2022. However, a dual-motor all-wheel drive EQI 580 4MATIC achieved 350 miles of real-world driving range in our 2022 test. So it's not just the single-motor EQS that wowed. Although purchasing the less efficient $128,500 EQS 580 4MATIC over its more efficient EQS 450, plus sister costs an extra $22,950. You also get a Benz with 536 horsepower instead of just 335. Tesla Model S. The American car maker launched its flagship sedan in a few different trim levels at the start of the decade, including the Long Range Plus model. Today, Tesla sells the Model S in long range and plaid versions. Despite its name, the Long Range Plus was essentially superseded by the current long range model, which by EPA standards can drive slightly more than 400 miles on a single charge. However, the Long Range Plus failed to meet the government's projections by more than 80 miles in our real-world range test at 75 miles per hour. However, a real-world range of 320 miles is still quite impressive. The 280 miles we were able to cover with an even more potent Model S Plaid isn't either. BMW i7. Although BMW offers the i7 in 3 different models, eDrive 50, xDrive 60, and M70, we have only tested the mid-level model's real-world highway range at 75 miles per hour. The large Bimmer, nevertheless, has more than adequate range for the majority of purchasers, even though its 310-mile result was 40 miles less than that of its closest competitor, the Mercedes-Benz EQS 5804 MATIC, the 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 6. Despite having a starting price of only $38,650, the Hyundai Ioniq 6's base SE standard range model won't last 300 miles on a single charge. You will need to upgrade to at least the $43,600 SE trim, also known as the SE Long Range, which replaces the standard range model's 58.0 kilowatt-hour battery pack with a larger 77.4 kilowatt-hour unit if you want to achieve the kind of range we were able to get out of an Ioniq 6 on our real-world highway test at 75 miles per hour. The larger battery also results in a rear motor with 225 horsepower, which is 76 more than the motor found in the standard range. All-wheel drive is also an option, option, as seen by the 220-mile figure in all-wheel drive Ioniq 6 returned in our testing. The 320 horsepower dual-motor Ioniq 6 gains in straight-line speed but loses in outright range. BMW iX 2024. BMW X M60. You could do much worse than the BMW iX if you have to forgo the more aerodynamic design of a sedan or fastback in favor of a larger battery electric SUV. The interior of this mid-size Bimmer SUV seems just as luxurious as its nearly six-figure price tag would imply, despite its unimpressive exterior. In 516 horsepower xDrive 50 guise, it also managed to get us a respectable 290 miles on a full charge. The dual-motor all-wheel drive iX is also available from BMW in the even more potent M60 configuration. We have not yet tested the 610 horsepower model's range, but we don't anticipate that the more performance-oriented iX will outperform the xDrive 50 in terms of real-world range. GMC Hummer EV pickup. A reminder that correlation does not always equate to causation is provided by the GMC Hummer EV truck. Although this large battery-powered vehicle covered an amazing 290 miles on our real-world highway range test at 75 miles per hour, the Hummer's long range on a full charge does not necessarily translate into efficiency. The large battery pack of the 2022 Edition 1 pickup that we evaluated is credited with compensating for the heavy Hummer's need for electricity. The large battery of the Hummer EV truck has a 205.0 kilowatt-hour capacity, which is more than twice as much energy as the normal pack of the Lucid Air, which can go 300 miles. Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. The Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV is the SUV version of the EQS sedan, as the name suggests. For better or worse, the SUV's infotainment peculiarities and blobular exterior design language are similar. The EQS SUV is at least our real-world highway range test champion for a battery-powered SUV with a third row of seats, even though it might not travel as far on a full charge as its fastback stablemate. Give credit to the 2023 test results of an EQS 454 Matic SUV and an EQS 584 Matic SUV, both of which traveled 290 miles on a single charge. Nevertheless, both of these EQS SUVs had two rows. We won't know for sure until Mercedes delivers us a so-equipped EQS SUV to test for ourselves, but it's unlikely that the third row's added weight would have a major effect on the vehicle's range, at least when no people are back there. 280-mile Genesis electrified G80G80, electrified by Genesis car and drivers Michael Simiri. It can take a lot of compromise to convert a gas-powered vehicle to an electric vehicle. At other times, the transition works so well that you hardly notice any flaws. This is the case with the Genesis electrified G80, which keeps almost everything we enjoy about its gas-powered kin, with the exception of a little less headroom because of the underfloor-mounted battery pack and a smaller trunk capacity. The electrified G80's 280-mile range on a full charge during our testing only serves to increase its allure. Porsche Taycan. In addition to having the greatest practical range, the Porsche Taycan is also one of the models that carries the lowest price tag. Nevertheless, it is not the most affordable alternative because you will have to spend $5,780 to equip your rear-drive Taycan, which costs $92,550, with the optional larger capacity Performance Battery Plus. This is necessary in order to get a Taycan that is comparable to the one we got, which can travel 280 kilometers on a single charge. However, that is all there is. In spite of the fact that any other Taycan grade might have more power, none of them have been able to beat the base car's range with the huge battery in our tests. You should anticipate a real-world driving range of about 280 miles if your Rivian R1T is a quad motor or the appropriately named dual-motor performance model with the brand's large battery pack option. This is assuming that you have the right wheel and tire combination. We were able to attain that distance with both the 835 horsepower 2022 R1T Launch Edition and the 665 horsepower 2023 R1T dual motor performance during our real-world highway range test at 75 miles per hour. Don't miss out on the latest updates about the best EVs and more. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.